Keep on trying to adjust this camera so it stays low level. Okay, boom. There we go. What is the time? We are at 9:01, so it's a perfect time to start. While we are waiting for people to come in, we're gonna just touch our toes a little bit. I'm gonna get out of the way of the shot actually, so you can enjoy some scenery. Oh man, my hamstrings are feeling tight. Oh, crack my back a little bit. Let's see. How we doing on visitors? Lori Brennan, 789. Welcome, welcome. We're doing 45 minutes of live side split stretching, and we're going to start real soon in just a second. Waiting for a couple more people to come in so less people feel like they missed out, and then we'll be on our way. If you've never been here before, we do 45 minutes of live side split stretching every single day at this time to practice consistency, to build a little bit of community. Because if I show up and you show up and we keep on showing up, eventually we're going to get to know each other, and it's going to be good vibes, right? I try to bring good energy, and we suffer together on the floor behind us. And hopefully we make a whole bunch of progress towards our side split goals, because it's easier to stay consistent together. Okay, we've been waiting for a minute or so, so I think it's time to get started. Travel with Roxy, welcome back. Exuberant Phoenix, exuberant phony. Maybe that's not the right way to pronounce that. Let me know how to pronounce it. Okay, cool, I got plenty of room. Let's get started with hip cars. Hip cars are all about moving your hip through its full range of motion using your own muscles. So we're gonna start with a high knee. We're gonna open up that hip directly to the side. Try to keep the knee high. Then we're gonna rotate the leg as high as you can. Get it. I'm gonna spin around so you can see what my leg is doing. I'm a little bit off balance. But what we're trying to do is keep the knee and the ankle high. We're trying to get the ankle as high as possible to really lift it up. And then we're gonna bring that leg down. Flex the hamstrings, flex the glutes, feel the stretch in the hip flexor. This knee back here is going behind the knee that's standing, and that's one rep. We're gonna do 10 of these in total. You can do them a little bit faster than how I just demonstrated them, so they're not as tiring. And we're gonna start right now. Let's go. High knee, open, ankle, down and back. If you are struggling a little bit with balance in this leg, for example, go ahead and grab a chair or support yourself with a wall nearby. 3, 4, 5. I don't know if you can hear the chickens in the background. I think the microphones all have some noise canceling features, so maybe you do, maybe you don't, but there are chickens in the background, really adding to the ambiance of this setting. Oh man, I was looking for chickens out of the corner of my eye, and I started losing balance. Here's 9, last one, 10. Whew. That is 10 hip cars going forward on the left side. Give your hips a little bit of a pound, a little bit of a light massage. And we're gonna go right into hip cars on the right side. Okay, let's go. High knee, open up the hip, bring the ankle up as high as you can. If the knee comes down a little bit, that is a-okay. Whew. Why am I struggling to balance today? Yeah. Wow, really struggling to balance. Deep breath. Focus. Ankle up. Leg down and back. High knee. Open. Down. Knee up. Ankle up. Down and back. High knee. Open up. Ankle up. Down and back. That's 4. 5. Hold on. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Last one on this side. 10. Oh. 10 hip cars, left and right. We are halfway done with the hip cars. I'm gonna come in over and check on the chat. Queen RI on YouTube says can't hear any chickens. That's a bummer because the chickens are kind of adorable sounding. Okay, Exuberant Phoenix sends a smiley face Phoenix. Okay. Cool. Let's keep going. We just did hip cars going forward. Give yourself a little bit of break. Pound out those hips. Enjoy the view for a second. And we're going to do hip cars going backwards. Let's go. If you are just joining in, you have no idea what those look like. We're going to start by bringing the knee back, flexing the hamstrings, flexing the glutes, pulling this leg behind the standing leg, and then we're going to lift the leg up directly to the side like you're a cool martial artist about to give a nice kick, except, don't do that because I'll throw you off balance. And then we're going to try and keep this ankle as high as possible. So we're going to rotate that leg in the hip socket. Then we're going to do the exact opposite, rotate it all the way back down so the ankle is low, the knee is up. And we're going to bring the knee forward. Whew. And that is 1 rep. We're going to do 10 more of those on the left and on the right. Let's go. I'm going to go this way. I'm going to try and take up as little of the scenery as possible. Back, side, ankle, knee, back, side, ankle, knee, back, side, ankle, knee, back, side, ankle, knee, back, side, ankle, knee. I think it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Whew. My balancing calf is really tired today on both legs. Keep on losing balance. Stability is so hard. Okay, let's go ahead and keep on going with the other leg that we have missed. Take a deep breath, pound out those hips, give it a second, and let's go. Back, side, ankle, knee, back, side, ankle, knee, back, side, ankle, knee. That's 4, 5, 6. Again, if you are also struggling with balance, if you have a wall on the side where your leg is not moving, you can lean against it a little bit to just help you focus on the movement coming at your hips. I think this is 8, and I lost balance. Get back into position. 9, last one. 10. Whew. Hip cars are done. That is the first of our 3 warm-up exercises. Give yourself a little bit of a hip pounding, a little bit of love, and we will move right on into warm-up exercise number 2, the elephant walk. Pink Tea is back. Welcome back. Manny, thank you for enjoying the background and the scenery. Unfortunately, tomorrow it will not be nearly as nice, not even close. So enjoy it while it lasts. Enjoy. Angel, welcome back. All right. That is the first of our warm-up exercises. Let's go for number 2, the elephant walk. We are folding down, getting into basically a hamstring stretch. Try to bring your belly button down towards your legs. This doesn't have to be super intense right off the bat. We're going to hang out here for quite a bit of time. I want you to start bending one knee, straighten out the other, and then slowly bend from side to side while trying to keep your belly button real low to the ground. And we're just going to do this for a little bit. Over time, our hamstrings will loosen up, and as you get deeper and deeper into this position, your hamstrings will feel more and more intensely tight, but also mobile at the same time. And those are all good things. All right. Keep on going a little bit more. Then we're going to move on into thoracic rotation, which is just getting a little bit of rotation, getting a little bit of movement in the spine. Let's do 5 more seconds of these. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right. Time for some thoracic rotation. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to block off the view. We're going to be in this basically the same position as the elephant walk. We're going to bend one knee, straighten the other leg. So right now my left leg is bent, my right leg is straight. Taking my left hand, going across my body to the right side, pushing to help rotate my chest to the right, extending my right arm into the air behind me, looking at those fingers with my eyeballs, and try your best to reach behind you. If you're feeling pain, don't keep going. But if you're not feeling pain, try your best to reach behind you. This is really good for your spine, really good to get your arms and your upper back, your shoulder blades a little warmed up, because most of the time we spend it on our legs and our hips. We're going to do 5 reps of these. I think so far I'm at 3. and 4, and 5. Whew, those are the elephant walks plus some thoracic rotation. Take a drink of water if you need it, and we are going to move on into the Cossack switch. The Cossack switch is the third piece of our warm-up exercises. Eduardo, welcome back. And we are going to be working a little bit hard. So take your time. Don't rush this. And I'm a little bit out of breath because I talk so much. And let's do it. Okay. So, elephant walk. The Cossack switch looks a little bit like this. We're opening up our legs decently wide. Then we're dropping down to one side. And you can take your time to slowly get into position if you're figuring out the position for the first time. Or you can try to open up your legs, point your toes out pretty far that way, off to the side into the corners of the wall, and try to come down like so. I'm going to really exaggerate the angle so you can see what's happening here. We are bringing the knee in front of the toes. We're feeling the Achilles tendon stretch, the calf stretch, feeling a little bit of pressure in the front of the ankle. We're feeling a little bit of pressure in the hip. We're going to just hang out here for a little bit. Your quads, these muscles up here, are probably going to fire really hard trying to keep you stable. I want you to try your best, and you can figure out where you want to position your leg. Your heel is probably going to come up a little bit, but I want you to try your best to just sit down in a position that is almost restful. If it's actually restful for you, amazing. If it's almost restful in the sense that you're not working really, really, really hard trying to stay in it, then we're good. Cool? On this side, while you're figuring this out, I'm going to add more information for you. On this side, this is called external rotation, when the toes are pointing up and the knees are pointing up. We need this later for the side splits, and we're going to train them a little bit right now because we want to get a little bit stronger in these muscles in the bottom of the leg. Cool? All right, we've hung out here for a little bit on this side. I want you to do the same on the other side. You can put your hands down and sort of help yourself walk over to the other side. Again, your knees are over your toes, traveling in the same line as your toes are pointing, which means this. If my toes are pointing towards you, I want my knee to go that direction, same direction as my toes. Don't want my knee to go like this or like that. Got it? We want to feel that Achilles tendon stretch, the calf stretch. We want to feel the strain in the front of the ankle, feel that pressure in the hip. And we're going to hang out here for a little bit. This leg, again, is doing external rotation. And take a couple of breaths. This is an intense position to hold, especially if it's your first time. So chill, enjoy, breathe, look at scenery. And next, we're going to start switching from side to side. All right? What that looks like is we're trying to keep our butts as low to the ground as possible as we get from side to side. And if you put your hands down, you can reduce some of the balance that you need, some of the strength that you need to keep moving. Okay? We're going to do maybe 10 of these total. If you want to do more, feel free to do so. If you're feeling like these are a little too easy, you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can remove your hands. If you keep on leaving your chest pretty far forward, your balance will be pretty used to that position. And if you want to go even harder than that, you can try to straighten out your spine, stick your arms up into the air, and keep going. That will be a little more challenging. All right, I have no idea how many of these we've done. I think we've done 10. So go ahead and come out of that position. Give your hips a little rest, a little bit light massage. We still have the hamstring stretch before we get into the butterfly, but we are about to get into our stretches. I'm gonna take off these sandals because they're getting a little bit in the way of my feet. I recommend if you don't have footwear on, keep not wearing footwear. But we do need something to be a little bit of a cushion in the hamstring stretch. The way we're going to do the hamstring stretch is we're going to drop down onto one knee and focus on getting into this position, folding our belly button down towards our leg. All right, so if you're at home, you can grab a couch cushion, you can grab a pillow that you've been meaning to wash, you can steal your dog's bed, you can go grab some sneakers that you don't care about. If you're a sneakerhead, I'm sure this is painful to watch. Actually, these sneakers are not exciting for sneakerheads, so maybe that doesn't matter at all. And Yeah, if you got old flip-flops, those are super easy. Nothing to squish. Just drop right on top. All right, while you're getting that, everybody else, drink a sip of water, and we will be getting to the hamstring stretch in like 10 seconds. I lied, it's not 10 seconds. We're going right now. It's like 3 seconds. Go ahead and drop one knee onto the shoe or the cushioned thing. And I'm going to scoot back so you can see more of the background while I do this. We're going to stick one leg directly in front of us. Try to keep the hips pointing forward, the shoulders pointing forward. We're going to fold forward at the belly button. Try to bring the belly button down to the thigh. From that angle, it's a little bit hard to see, so I'm going to spin around. We are doing this. Okay? Widen the stance just enough so that you have balance, but don't go really wide so that your leg disappears to the side. And fold the belly button down to the thigh. Your hamstrings are going to tighten up. It's going to be really uncomfortable. You're going to be like, oh, ooh, hee. You might feel it in your calf. Those are all totally normal. From here, we're going to take a nice big deep breath in, inhale, and then slowly exhale. And as we exhale, we're going to try and get deeper into the stretch. Okay? Let's go. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, normal breath. Don't hyperventilate. Okay. Inhale. Exhale. Fold your hips low. Your hamstrings are going to get tighter and tighter and tighter, and that is absolutely a-okay. Okay, we're going to hold this for 30 seconds. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24. If your knees are feeling a little bit achy, you can bend the knees slightly to relieve some of that pressure, and make sure to get deeper into the stretch when you do that, because it relieves some tension in the hamstrings as well. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. I feel like I was counting super ultra fast. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right. Come on up and out of that stretch. We're going to switch over to the other leg right away. And same thing. Just pointing our hips forward, our chest forward, sticking our leg directly forward. We're going to pull that leg back into the socket so we're focusing on the hamstring stretch, bringing the belly button down towards the ground. The hamstrings are going to tighten up. Breathe. Let's go. Inhale. Slow exhale. Get deeper. Take some regular breaths real quick. Then another inhale. Slow exhale. You might find that one leg has more flexibility than the other. That is totally normal for you not to be perfectly symmetrical, but you should train and try and get them to be symmetrical. Okay, let's go. 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, come on out of that hamstring stretch. You can get rid of the cushion. You don't need it anymore. You can toss it away. We are going to move on into the butterfly stretch in just a second. I'm going to clear some stuff out of the way so that when we move, it will be a little smoother. For the butterfly stretch, I recommend you get to a little bit of a wall. I'm going to use this thing right here to give my back a little bit of stability. I recommend you get to a wall. Eduardo, Queen R says my dog wouldn't be happy if I stole her bed again. Yeah, that makes sense. No, I'm just traveling, so I get to occasionally have 2 days in a nice place. Thank you for reminding me that it's beautiful here. We're not in Alaska. Okay, so here's the background. And we are going to do a butterfly stretch. A typical butterfly stretch looks something like this. We're going to bring the feet together and pull it in towards our body. Our knees are going to pop up, right? What I recommend you do is get to something stable, something sturdy that you can lean against. I recommend a nice wall, typically, so that you have something to push against. That will help keep your hips, your shoulder, your head in a nice alignment, promoting good posture, I guess. And it will also give you something to push against when we're doing this stretch. So right now, if you pull your feet back in, you might notice that you can bring your knees way lower down to the ground than if you were just sitting anywhere else. That's because we're pushed into the wall and the wall is pushing us back, and that stability helps us to focus on the stretch. All right. What we're going to do from here is the goal of this stretch is to stretch out the groin, and it's kind of a vague, like, how do you do that? You bring your knees to the ground. That's what you're doing. The way to do that is you're using the outer thigh muscles and the glutes. You're contracting them to help pull the legs open. All right. It's going to be a little bit difficult to figure it out exactly on your first couple of tries, but keep on going. Start contracting. Pull those muscles, the outer thighs, the glutes. Try to really pull open your groin muscles, your groin area. Bring the knees down into the ground. Those are all different ways of saying I want you to do the same thing. From here, once you feel like you can't get any deeper, you're really clenching those muscles and it's not making any progress. Great, that's fine. We're in a great place. Take your hands and apply a little bit of pressure. You might suddenly feel a lot of pressure in the back of your neck, in your head when you do this, because your body is pushing into the wall and the wall is pushing you right back, and you're able to put all that force into your legs. So you're doing it right. All right, we're holding this for 30 seconds. Try to get deeper as you go. Don't forget to clench those muscles. 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22. I'm slipping away from the wall a little bit. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, come on out of that stretch. You can start by letting your hands go, and then if you've been contracting muscles for the whole time, your hips are not going to want to move very well, and your knees are going to get a little bit stuck. Just move them kind of manually with your hands for a second. Flap the wings of this butterfly, and they should start working again. Okay. That is the second of our stretches. I'm going to move the camera right back to where we were before, because there's a little bit of shade, and I won't get as sunburnt. And I'll lift it up a little bit higher, too, while I'm here. Look at those neck rolls. Okay. Whew, that is 2 of our 5 stretches. We're going into stretch number 3. It is called the standing pancake. Sorry, I need to adjust one more camera. In the standing pancake, we're basically opening up our legs decently wide. It doesn't have to be uncomfortable in the hips. And we're folding down. This is the starting position of the standing pancake. The goal of the pancake is to get all the way down, deep, and fold our head in between our legs. It is crazy. Most people can't do that, and that's where I'm at too. So we're going to do the version where gravity gives you the most help, and that is called the standing pancake. We are folding at the hips and trying to get our upper body almost horizontal out in front of us, because the way leverage and physics works, we get the most intense stretch here at the hip if our torso is horizontal. Cool? That's it. We're in this position. You can stick your arms out in front of you. That'll put way more leverage into the stretch, make it more intense. If you have a water bottle or something you want to hold out in front of you, that'll make it even more intense. You can alternatively focus on grabbing your legs and help pull your body down towards the ground. Make sure to keep your belly button the focus point. Try to bring your belly button down to the ground, or belly button in between your legs, and try not to just bend your head like that. Cool. We're going to hold this for 30 seconds. Let's get into position. You can either stick your arms out like so, or grab your legs and pull. whatever you're going to do. Let's go. 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21. Feel free to switch between those if you want to experiment. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, put your hands down, bring your legs back in close together, and we're done with the standing pancake. If that felt really intense, then you probably did it right, and you're gonna feel the stretch on the inner thighs and in the hamstrings. Whew. Take a moment, breathe. We are probably 70% of the way done with the workout, so congratulations, you've done a lot of great work so far. We're going to move on into stretch number 4, and the fourth stretch is called the figure 4 stretch, so it makes it easy to remember. It's called the figure 4 stretch because we bring the ankle up, and it looks like we're making the number 4 with, the bottom half of our bodies. For the figure 4 stretch, I'm pretty sure we did, actually, did we? I can't remember what we did yesterday. The figure 4 is very similar to the pigeon stretch in that we are basically pulling this leg up and bring the belly button down, and we're stretching out these muscles in the outer side hip. This is the same muscle group that is getting stretched when you do the pigeon stretch. So if you prefer the pigeon, you can do that. Usually, I switch between the two, and I can't remember what we did yesterday. So I think I'm going to do pigeon today. The pigeon stretch, for our purposes, you might learn a slightly different form in a whole bunch of different places, is focused on this side glute. Right? What I want you to try to do is keep your knee and your ankle across your body and pick sort of the midpoint between those, between the knee, between the ankle, and get the midpoint of your chest sort of in between your pecs down to that spot. In a really clean pigeon, you want the leg to go straight back and keep it down. If you can't hold that position, for us, it's totally fine if you just bend the knee and try to focus on bringing your chest to the midpoint in the leg. Cool? So from here, you'll be feeling that outer glute side hip stretch, and I don't know why I just don't demonstrate that side, so I'm going to shift over into that position, and this is basically where we're trying to be. It's okay if your knee is bent and you fold like so, because you're still working on that hip. Whew. From here, we want to make sure that you keep your hips low first and then fold your chest down. If you are going like this, where your hips are real high and your head is in the ground, you're not going to feel the stretch so much. All right? So that's it. Let's go. We're holding this for 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27. Again, your knee can be bent off to the side and you can still get a really good stretch. 24, 23, 22, 21, 20. Experiment with relaxing and kind of dropping your head and also straightening out your back. It'll probably feel more intense if you're straightening out your back because leverage. But, you don't have to straighten out your back the whole time. If you get tired, you can relax a little bit. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, come on up and out of that stretch. Oh, I hope you're feeling that pancake. Come on over, switch to the other side. Same thing, we're trying to bring the knee and the ankle across the body. We're trying to keep the hips low, bring the chest down. Feel the stretch out here in the side of the hip, in the outside of this glute-ish area. And you're in position. We are gonna start. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27. Remember to breathe, relax. Try to let that stretch happen. 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. If suddenly the stretch feels like it's getting way easier, I want you to try to push your ankle away from your body. That's one of the things that tends to happen as you relax into the position. Your ankles get closer and closer to your groin, and that reduces the intensity of the stretch. We're almost done here. This is the final stretch before the side splits. So if you're still wondering what's going on here, we do 45 minutes of live side split stretching every single day to practice consistency, to build community, and to make a little bit of progress in our side splits every day. Because hopefully I bring good vibes and you bring good energy into the chat, and we have a really fun community of people supporting each other while we do and train the splits. Cool? If that sounds interesting, if that sounds fun, hit follow, hit subscribe, do all those things, get notified. We are here every single day, not here physically because I have to leave very soon, but we are here on live every single day to practice side splits and general hip mobility stretching in preparation. Cool? Let's go ahead, come on up into standing, shake out the legs. We're about to get into the side splits. Everything we've been doing so far has been to prepare for these side splits, and now it's time to go. Whew. Oh man, we've been going super fast today. Take a nice deep breath, and we're going to talk about safety for a second. Actually, I'm going to move the camera one more time. Sorry for putting you real close to my face. Ugh. We're going to use this and substitute it as a back wall. If you have an actual wall or a door or something really stable and sturdy to rest your back against, that will be really good. So let's talk about what I'm trying to do with this wall and why I keep on getting back over here. When we are in a side split position, I want you to feel safe. I want you to feel comfortable. I want you to feel confident that you can handle whatever happens in this position. So if you start falling forward, it's not so bad. Usually you can catch yourself with your hands. But if you start falling backwards, it gets really, really scary. You go, oh no, what's happening? And then, if you have a wall behind you, or if you have a nice bench behind you, something you can land softly onto, then you got a lot less to be afraid of. And it's going to feel more safe, it's going to feel more secure, and you'll be able to relax better into the stretch. So what I recommend is you stand about 8 inches to 12 inches, so 1 foot step basically in front of something that is stable, that's secure, that you can just fall back against. I'm obviously using a bench, but if you have a wall, maybe your shoulders will hit, maybe your butt will hit, and then you'll be perfectly fine, just chilling right there. If you have a regular bench, make sure it doesn't slide around. Make sure it's heavy enough to catch you. Cool? All right. We'll do the side splits from right here. Let's go. We talked about safety. Let's start some side splits. Try to open up your legs as wide as they can go for the moment. I'm going to scoot a little bit forward so I don't accidentally hit the vase behind me. And take a nice big deep breath. Stay calm. Stay relaxed. Chill. Once your legs are as wide as they can get for the moment and you're not feeling pain in the hips, if you're feeling pain in the hips, you can come back up a little bit and find a comfortable position. We're going to fold forward. We're going to put the hands down. We're going to treat it like a mini push-up almost. We're just trying to get some pressure into our hands so that we release some pressure from the legs. What we're doing next is called external rotation of the leg, and it looks like this. The heel is down, the toes are up, and the knees are pointing up. We need to do this because the hip bone and the thigh bones smash into each other if we don't. And we don't want them smashing into each other because it's really not that comfortable and you're not going to get into any side splits that way. From here, we're going to walk the hands back towards our hips. We're going to put that weight that we reduced by bringing it forward right back into our legs, and it's going to help us get into a deeper side split position. Whew. We're going to do one last wiggle from side to side to break that last little bit of friction, holding our feet back, and that's it. We're in position. We're going to hold this for 30 seconds. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, walk those hands forward. Bring your knees in. If that was exhausting, that's totally normal. We're just going to chill here for a second in a kneeling position, catch our breath, and when you're ready, we're going to start shaking and we're going to start moving around a little bit. Whew. Come back into standing, and let's go. What we're going to try to do is relax our muscles as much as possible, because what we just did caused them to go, get really, really, really tense. And to relax them, what I recommend you do is almost pretend like you're flicking water off of your feet, flicking water off of your hands. Flick, 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 flick. That motion forces your muscles to be loose and relaxed. It takes a couple of seconds for them to actually loosen up. But when you can start flopping the leg around, there's just no chance that it is tight, because if it's tight, you're going to move a little bit more like a robot. Cool? So once you've shaken out each of these legs, start slow, pick up the intensity after a couple of seconds, give your legs a chance to relax. Then we're going to do a couple of quick hip checks, because we put a lot of pressure onto the joints, into the muscles. I want to make sure that your legs are feeling okay before we continue. All right? So the first thing we're going to do is a couple of quick hip circles. You can just do 1 or 2 in each direction, just to make sure nothing feels weird. We're going to do some high knees. You don't have to do very many at all. 2 on each side is more than enough. And then drop into a little mini squat. I want you to put some pressure into the knees. I want you to put some pressure into the ankles. I want you to try to do a little bit of a calf raise. And once you've done all of that, you know your feet are good, your ankles are working, your knees are working, and your hips are also good. So with that, we can move on into round 2 of the side splits. Let's keep shaking for another second. In the meantime, I'm going to remind you that we're doing live side split stretching every single day. We try to aim for about 45 minutes or so. Often it goes longer because I do Q&A and just chat at the end. But we do this every day to practice consistency, to build a little bit of community, because I keep coming back, you keep coming back, and we hang out a lot together. Hopefully, the time practicing, the time enjoying the practice, the time sharing our suffering together on the floor in the side splits helps you and me make a whole bunch of progress in our side splits. So if that sounds fun, if that sounds like something you want to try to do, work on hip mobility, work on side splits, then hit follow, hit subscribe, and keep on coming back. Whew. Let's go. It's time for round 2 of the side splits. Again, stay close to that back wall. In my case, it is a bench, but I recommend using a regular wall. Take 1 step in front, and we are ready to go. Open up those legs nice and wide. Fold at the hips. Put your hands down so you can take some pressure off your legs. Put them into your hands. Externally rotate the legs so that your heels are down, your toes are up, and your knees are pointing up. From here, you might notice that you can already slip deeper into a side split position. And if that's the case, amazing. That's what the resting for and the shaking and the flopping is all about, trying to reset our body so we can get a little bit deeper for this round. Walk your hands back towards your hips. Get into a deeper stretch. And do 1 last wiggle to see if you can break the friction. Hold on your back. It's time. 30 seconds. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, walk those hands forward. Crawl, bring your legs back into the ground. And take a quick break. Grab a sip of water if you need it. I'm going to come over and check the chat real quick before we wrap up. And let's see what we got going on. Reese says, ouch. LOL. Indeed, indeed. But this is our second time. We got one more left. We are almost wrapped up. Froggy says, I love this. It is a game changer. Ganowski says, new fake fall emotes dropped. Oh, that's cool. I haven't seen them. It's like super bright outside, so I can't see anything happening on the screen unless I'm like right here. And even then, it's like really dark. Ganowski says, I'm so late. No, it's okay. Ooh. Ooh, Reese says, see that hurts, friend. All right, let's see. Has Reese said that before? No. Okay, it's just that one time. The butterfly? Oh, man, that was from a long time ago. Exuberant Phoenix. Oh, it is Phoenix. Sorry. I don't know. For some reason, I guess part of the text was blocked. This is great. I work in an office, so this is working for me. Oh, lovely. Yeah, you can pretend you're not in the office. Amazing. Queen RR helped me out. She said, you did figure 4 stretch yesterday. I'm pretty sure. Yes, that makes sense. That's why I did pigeon today. It just took me some time to remember. Okay. Oh. Okay. Let's shake it out. Flick, 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 flick. Flick, 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 flick. Get the water off of your fingers and toes. Like it's trying to dry off after coming out of a shower. I don't know who dries off like this after a shower. But, just imagine with me, okay? Flick, 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 flick. As you get a little bit more warmed up and ready, you can increase the intensity a little bit. Yesterday and several days prior, I emphasized you can do some external and internal rotation. I didn't mention that in the last round. I want the people who were here yesterday who did do a little bit of extra external and internal rotation like this, the stanky leg, to tell me if you feel like there was a difference. If you don't feel like there's a difference, we don't need to emphasize it. If you feel like there's a difference, then I'll emphasize it more. So let me know. Okay, shake out those legs. Shake, 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 shake. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Flop around like your noodles, ramen noodles. And once your legs are loosened up, we're gonna do some hip checks. All right, starting with some hip circles. You don't need to do very many. Some high knees, some mini squats just to check that everything is working as intended. Frequently, I'll have something going on in the left ankle, and I don't have that today. I forgot that we like to add a little calf raise at the tail end just to make sure the feet and the calves are all working well together. Okay, I'm gonna check the chat one more time to see if anybody else is responding. Oh, Pretty Pink says, I see 2 times. Yeah, let us know, or let me know where that second time is, because it should all say 9 p.m. Eastern, which is 6 p.m. Pacific. And I have used a different time in the past, but I'm not trying to do that time anymore. So let me know where you saw it, and I'll try and go and delete or update that. Where are we at? We've taken quite a bit of rest from our second side split. It's time to go into the third side split. We do the rest very intentionally because your muscles need time to chill out and adjust. It's like when you do reps in the gym, you're doing multiple sets. The second set, your muscles are a little bit tighter, they're a little bit more tense, and then by the third set, you have such a ridiculous pump. You feel good, but you also can't move, right? We're basically getting to the same situation with our splits. So the more rest we take, the easier it will be for us to relax. Okay, that's enough relaxation though, because it's time to go. So let's get started. Once again, almost forgot, stay about 1 or 2 steps away from the wall so that if you fall backwards, the wall can catch you and keep you safe. I know I have a bench and it's not a wall, but if you have a bench, make sure it's heavy enough to catch you when you lean back into it and it doesn't just go sliding out behind you and become a hazard, okay? Let's go. Open up those legs nice and wide. Fold at the hips. There should not be any pain just yet, so if you're feeling pain, you can reduce the range, you can reduce the depth. From here, put your hands down like you're gonna do a little bit of a push-up so that that pressure is reduced on your legs, and your legs can externally rotate. Your heels are down, your toes are up, and your knees are pointing up. See if you can get deeper into this position like this, nice and gentle, without the extra pressure from your hands going back. And then walk your hands back and put in some more pressure. If it can get a little bit further, great. If it can't, fine. It's all good. We're going to do a little wiggle from side to side. This is the last little bit to try and get a little bit deeper into the stretch. And if you can't, then it's time to start our 30 seconds. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21. I feel like I counted ultra fast, so I'm going to pause here for a second. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, walk those hands forward. We are done. We are done. We are done. Pull those knees in. Oh, kneel for a second. Take some breaths. Oh, let those hips recover. And once you're feeling a little bit better, come back into standing. We're going to do a little bit more shaking just to make sure your legs are prepared for whatever you got for the rest of your day. And we're going to do those hip checks. All right, let's go. Flick, 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 flick. Ooh, other side. Flick, 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 flick. Pick up the intensity a little bit when you feel like you can. If you don't feel like you got the balance or the technique down yet, you can keep flicking. And other side. Shake, 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 shake. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Flop, 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 flop. Remember, the goal is to relax and loosen the muscles. It takes a little bit of time to practice how to move and also how to be relaxed at the same time. It's a little counterintuitive, so don't worry if you're struggling a little bit with this part. Just try your best. If you keep on showing up every day, sooner or later it'll click and you'll figure it out. Cool. All right, once your legs are feeling more or less normal, this time I want you to really actually do some stanky leg. All right, this is internal and external rotation at the hip. You want to work on that full range of motion. If you've been here since the beginning, you can substitute with some hip cars. Feel how much smoother your hip cars are now than when you started earlier at the beginning of this. I have no balance issues at all compared to this very start. Whew. And with that, we have done the loosening up fun stuff. Let's do a couple of quick hip circles and checks to make sure everything is good, and then we will be all done. Couple of hip circles. You can take these a little bit more slowly since it's the last round. Just double check everything is feeling good. We're gonna do some high knees. Gonna pop into a mini squat. Put some pressure in the knees, pressure in the ankles. Come up onto those toes, work those calves a little bit. And once you have done all those things and there is no pain, discomfort, then it is time. It is time to wrap up. Thank you everybody for coming in, practicing consistency with me today. I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed the live from this wonderful scenery. I'm actually leaving in like 10 minutes. So this is the last time I'll be here for the foreseeable future. And it'll be the last time you'll see this for the foreseeable future. So thank you for being here. And I hope to see you all again soon. I'm going to scroll through the chat real quick to see how much stuff I missed, because we have to leave soon. I am going real fast and not looking at the chat so much today, but I have a couple minutes because I'm already packed and ready to go. Pretty Pink, I think your question was answered. We do one time, and that time is 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Oh, okay, Pretty in Pink. Yes, that is correct. So Pacific is a different time zone than Eastern. Kilmar says it's beautiful. Absolutely. That's why I had to do the lives here with the time that we had available. Ganowski says, it hurts though. Yes. Struggles. Thank you, Pretty in Pink, for clarifying where the miscommunication happened. Okay. All right. Ganowski, thank you for jumping in and helping to clear up. All right. Phoenix says, oh man, what just happened? My whole entire app just glitched out and I scrolled like 50 swipes worth. Pink T says, thank you so much. That was great. Thank you from Phoenix. Good night, everyone, from Sheena. thank you everybody for coming. I appreciate the good vibes, the healthy good vibes, and I hope you had fun. I hope, yes, Tyler, you just missed it. We just wrapped up. Hope you feel like the stretch was good. I hope you feel like you can move better than when we started, obviously, because that's the goal. And I hope you had enough fun that you'll consider coming back and stretching more with me because we do this every day at 9 p.m. Eastern. Eastern is in East Coast. Um, yeah, that's it. Goodbye. Uh, did I miss anything on YouTube? I don't think I did. So that's it. Now we're officially done, and I'm just rambling. I hope you had fun. I hope you have a great night's rest, and I hope to see you soon. Bye. Where's the off button?